going crazy, and this is just the effect of being around it too long.
Do you ever hear the sounds of controllers clashing? Just the shoulder buttons being jammed and
haven't
directions?
had that yet. It was pretty funny. When Brawl came out, everybody was hitting lots of buttons, and we said, you know how you can tell who's been playing Brawl longer? If you walk into a room and you hear clack, 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 that means they just got it. But if you walk into a room and you hear click, 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 that means they're getting good. So I'm going to assume that all our wonderful viewers can hear the sound of Melee. I don't know if they can actually see it.
This match looks pretty serious. There is not a lot of holding back.
Players all have their gamer faces on. There do not appear to be any smiles whatsoever. And we are just going to go into it.
I'm sorry? Which one's Fox? Westballz is Fox? No, this side. MattdotZeb is probably the Falco.
Yes, we've got MattdotZeb on Falco, Wenbo on Fox, Scar on Captain Falcon, Westballz on Fox. Currently, Westballz eating potentially a very nasty hit that would have gotten him killed, but he manages to actually capitalize on that whole degree of chaos. Doesn't actually go for the Fox back air, but he picks up MattdotZeb and he ends up picking up Fox altogether.
So Scar is tanking stocks like he's supposed to. 172, anything can really wreck him, but he's still managing to hold his weight.
He's playing patient, being careful to space his moves around shields. Fox ends up dying, and that's one of the dangers of being at a really high percent. You end up trying to babysit your stock, and you kind of ignore your teammates. This means they can actually try and pick on Westballz as much as possible while Scar is MIA.
Not much Scar can do at that high percent, but they managed to take him out, and so blue team has a 1 stock lead.
Got Scar catching a very nice tech chase onto Wenbo, but he's not quite able to turn it into a finisher. Right now they're splitting it back up into 2 1v1s. Scar trying to split his focus onto MattdotZeb, while Westballz handles Wenbo on his own, but it doesn't quite work out. Well, actually, I suppose it does work out. That's 2 stock for 1. Scar's still hanging in there with 3. Yeah. Total stock count at 4. And Scar's managing to weave around the chaos of this match pretty well, keeping himself alive and also managing to DI. DI in teams can be exceptionally difficult when there's a lot of fast characters running around who can take you by surprise.
Both of them try to double team Falco, and I don't know.
One main downside is that right now Westballz is definitely getting picked on, and as we see, he's just died. Scar SDing to secure a kill, and it's close to even. As long as they can pick up MattdotZeb, they're going to be in a much better spot. Matt gets an opening onto them.
He has control.
Yeah, and he's going to start babysitting this stock to make sure that just in case Wenbo eats something stupid, he's not going to die. He's not going to be out of the game right away. But that hope is gone. It's down 1 stock to 1. Falco doesn't have much percent on him, but sometimes it doesn't matter. All you've got to do is just get him in the general direction of the edge and let the stage do the rest of the work. Red
team is looking hard pressed.
Kind of congregating into one side.
Definitely.
That's not good for them because that gives Falco the opportunity to just do stuff.
Through the shield!
Scar manages to tank out that entire sequence, allowing Westballz to get the pickup onto Wenbo. Gets a nice back air out of MattdotZeb's.
Perfect. Scar played that so good, controlling the center and just waiting for Fox to just take over with his quick speed, and just got up smash through his shield. Maintained it even after the shine spike.
Sometimes one of your most valuable weapons in doubles is your shield because it gives the opponent a target and it's something to stall on, and it also lets your teammate attack the same spot without actually hurting you. I'm genuinely surprised that he managed to avoid breaking his shield in that situation, but you know what? It worked out for him. So good work to Scar, stock tank in the world. We're going to go into game 2 with MattdotZeb and Wenbo counterpicking goodness knows where. Could be Pokemon Stadium. It's always a Spacey favorite.
Spacey favorite, of course. Or Yoshi's Story, but that's probably banned.
It's conceivable they could Salty. Look like they might want a Salty. They go for the Salty.
Falcon is just so manly.
open up really big right there on Westballz, getting pinned completely between MattdotZeb and Wenbo. MattdotZeb pinned against the side, getting comboed by all three people in turn. And MattdotZeb trying to get away from scary edge guarding situations ends up forward being under the level immediately after that.
I'm not sure about MattdotZeb's edge guard against Scar. You just let him back onto the top platform.
It can be incredibly hard to try and figure out in the span of time that you would normally use in singles to decide how to edge guard somebody, whether you should, how you should, and whether somebody else is going to try and kill you while you do it.
Definitely.
Scar showing a lot of good maneuverability on the platforms, navigating 2v1 situations pretty well.
Still getting Shine Spike though.
But Wenbo, excellent multitasking, Shine Spiking Scar upon his own recovery. And excellent edge work, almost excellent edge work. MattdotZeb accidentally doing a tournament winner.
Oh my goodness, MattdotZeb humiliating
Westballz. Picking him up with the forward B off his own recovery. Scar going for a very hard gimp onto
MattdotZeb
Wenbo.
trying to save him with down air. What was he thinking?
I don't think MattdotZeb was actually trying to save him with down air as much as trying to kill Scar with down air and ended up clipping his teammate. Very unfortunate.
Some sloppy play by MattdotZeb, and he's just getting worked by Scar. Oh,
but an extremely aggressive return with the down air. Going to pick up Scar and get kind of a revenge kill for that self-team edge guarding that he did to Wenbo. Scar picking up a knee that Wenbo doesn't quite DI properly, but that's okay because MattdotZeb applying pressure, so there's no edge guard opportunity. Fortunately, MattdotZeb going to eat that. Westballz, he just wanted to keep giving Scar the opportunity to up B, but Scar ended up apparently deciding not to. And in that chaos with the double knee right there, everybody ended up making it back alive.
Wow.
MattdotZeb picking up Wenbo. Blue team
some friendly fire.
Not showing a lot of coordination.
Red team
not showing a lot of coordination, but slightly more.
Falco can do work. Like that.
MattdotZeb picking up the down air on the Scar. He was just trying to hold the ledge.
Oh my god, Falco! Amazing. MattdotZeb celebrates.
MattdotZeb happy to bring back the 2v1. Good work to him. Looks like we're going to get Dreamland. Probably the desire just to keep Scar's stock tanking harder and harder. A quick pause. Matt and Wenbo say, screw it, keep on going, and they start. Now this is going to be this is beneficial for both teams because the wider level makes it a lot harder for there to be that chaos where somebody gets caught up in the middle. But the person it's really aimed to benefit the most is probably Captain Falcon for improved stock tanking. Would be my guess. Except, yeah, it is indeed their counter pick.
Definitely.
I was almost crazy.
The high boundaries give him such a good recovery with Falcon Kick, and if anything, Falco does the worst on the stage out of all the characters. It benefits very little from the long horizontal stage.
Nice tech chase coming out of MattdotZeb, picking up Scar off the edge. Scar picking up MattdotZeb in revenge. Right now, both Foxes still at 4 stock. Westballz eating the back air from Wenbo. And there's going to be a slight advantage to blue team currently. Got Wenbo playing in the wings pretty solidly, just wanting to stay away from the middle right now where he could eat something really scary and big. Picking up Scar, putting some good pressure onto him. Scar getting the grab. MattdotZeb interrupting his flow, and Westballz goes to help Scar, giving Wenbo the chance to survive.
MattdotZeb misses 2 edge guard opportunities, and he's not going to make it back.
That's somewhat related to the fact that he was trying to get both at once, even though they were separate characters. Kind of difficult. And Wenbobular's still alive against all odds. MattdotZeb just tagging everyone with these lasers, just extremely disruptive, ends up picking up his own teammate. Scar and Westballz just spitting out a flurry of attacks that are keeping MattdotZeb stuck.
I think the lasers were a poor decision because both characters are way over 100%, and tiny percentage would only hinder your teammate.
Had some bad DI on that hit for Scar, but it doesn't seem to matter. That one laser, though, does manage to actually drop him low enough to keep him from recovering.
This could be Blue's game to win.
kind of what it's looking like. I feel like one of the big problems was simply Matt.Zeb and Wenbo tangling each other up. We saw that in game 1 kind of happening a bit, them hitting each other. And now with more room, it's just less of a factor. Plus they're getting plenty of just good hits and straight up edge guards on Scar. Survivability isn't really an issue. Matt.Zeb navigating that little 2v1 pretty spectacularly. Wenbo on the side, playing support.
MattdotZeb doing a lot of tall lasers to just hopefully bypass his teammate. Very risky.
Westballz excellent coverage on Scar's recovery right there. And Scar, excellent smash DI in the down air to avoid the shine. Looks like while I was talking about that, Westballz ended up
questionable punishment choice.
Matt.Zeb. And Matt.Zeb lands and just wrecks Scar for charging a forward smash in the middle of the level. Right now, stock count 3-4, 2 Foxes at high percent. Westballz dies, it's going to be pretty icky for red team because there won't be a stock to take.
I like it. Both of the Foxes are dancing around, and Falco and Falcon are trying to control center ground. But blue team has the advantage, and I think there needs to be a little bit more active play from red.
Well, we're seeing blue kind of pinned against the side right now. Westballz really wants to get something started onto Wenbo, but he's not able to. The presence of Matt.Zeb doesn't let him get the edge guard, and Scar ends up killing his own teammate. Wenbo's still hanging in there. He's just playing the pure stock tank role right now. He's barely even trying to support.
Yeah, they need to take him out immediately. And look, both space animals just recover. Nice.
He's down to 2 stock. That's going to be it for Matt.Zeb. He's going to fire a couple disruption lasers at the last second. Blue team, both at 0. Bad DI from Scar, going to pick him up. Now for the 2v1. Can Westballz work magic?
See, I'm not sure about these lasers.
It's pretty rough. Westballz ends up getting pushed to the edge of the stage. Scary position to be in. Matt.Zeb doing an excellent job of just using little moves to disrupt his flow, keep him from comboing his teammate.
Westballz is doing a great job of landing on that platform.
Oh
wow.
A forward smash onto his own teammate.
This is hard.
Very nice team combo.
Back air to down air.
That's going to be...
And the team that won the very first match loses 2 in a row, making it a 2-1 victory for Matt.Zeb and Wenbo.
And Matt.Zeb getting angry at Wenbo for having 0 kills.
Matt.Zeb
was
carrying the team with kills.
And only a single kill, only 1 kill not belonging to the blue team. And I believe that was Scar picking up Westballz. But in any event,